Hi, my name is Hans Zuiderwijk. The European Machinery Directive was one of the first CE marking directives to come into force. Representing the German Association of the Manufacturers of Plants and Equipment, Mr. Harald Riekeles was one of the first to be involved in the elaboration and later the amendments to the Machinery Directive. I discuss with him what are the biggest achievements of the Machinery Directive and what amendments he would still like to see. Enjoy the discussion. What, in your opinion, are the biggest accomplishments of the Machinery Directive?
So, this is, beside what I say, the Declaration of Conformity, to sign it. That was the biggest accomplishment, and we can criticize the European Commission. I do criticize. I am a convinced European. I criticize them, however. But their decision in 1985 for the new approach, congratulations, yeah. And I remember, because this new approach, it was realized then, I would say mainly firstly by the Machinery Directive. In the first years we said, these
stupid French, these stupid Brits.
British, this one German or two Germans there, what they are thinking, it will never work, yeah? And we smiled on them. However, it became more serious. Okay, we have to do this work. And today, what we have in the situation in the Western Europe, do we think about the Machinery Directive? That's normal. The new approach is normal. What we have the problem, and that is this matter of certification. A lot of other companies or other markets outside the EU question how that can work. Yeah? And on the website for the Low Voltage Directive, you can really read that this is questioned quite often. But what we can say, we have proved it. It works.
What I've seen in my practice for the last 15 years is that manufacturers tend to get a little bit lazy if they include a third party in their conformity assessment procedure, because they say, well, they will do the job and I have to do nothing. While companies that do self-certification and realize their responsibility and their liability, they take extra efforts to make sure that they have a good assessment of the conformity and that they have laid it down in appropriate document.
Yeah. In that context, there is still a lot of convincing work, because if you have a certificate, however, you must make your declaration. The certification, what we call in Europe the notified body, yeah, gives you a certificate. But this certificate is just an attachment to the declaration. Yeah. So in the first years, there was a thinking, oh, I get my CE mark and my declaration, yeah, from TÜV or somebody else, yeah. And they wanted that they must sign. So you can really question what is the purpose. However, the manufacturer must declare. He has the responsibility. And in the new directive, this responsibility is even strengthened. Yeah? There must be named the person responsible for that and that and that and that. And that. Yeah?
So even when you are involving a certification body, you are still responsible for the end result. If the product is not compliant, the authorities will come to prosecute you, and they will not go to the certification body.
And then, of course, you can prosecute the certification body, but that's then your private matter.
Which amendments would you still like to see realized? Maybe you can mention one.
Yeah.
Where is the machinery directive maybe not completed yet in your professional vision?
In the summary, I must say the main points, our main concerns, were settled. It's a large directive. The Annex 1 could be shorter because we have the standards. Yeah. Okay. Not for all machines, but we have for more than 400 different machine families, we have complete standards. Plus then all for aspects and safety equipment and so on. However, there are thousands of types of machines. You cannot have it for all. But we have standards so that you can, based on the standards, make a machine which is similar. Yeah. So, of course, it would not be necessary to have this expanded Annex 1. And in the new directive from published in 2006, valid from the end of 2009, there were, regarding movable guards, it was a little bit shortened, but that was all. But the main things, for example, the matter of when you have an Annex 4 machine and you work according to harmonized standards, do you need a proof by a certification body, by a notified body? That was the big question. In the beginning, we had not enough, and there was not so the confidence and so on. But we convinced, finally, I would say that from the manufacturer's side, we convinced that that's the part of the new approach. And we say it works. It works fantastically for all parties. Yeah, that when you have a harmonized standard and you completely build a machine according to this, you don't need a notified body to involve. And that is what a lot of people don't want to believe.